Hi everyone, and welcome to the Karen Knits podcast. My name is Karen, and I'm coming to you from South Central Pennsylvania, where I live, where I work, where I knit, and get into all kinds of other crafting shenanigans. This is a special episode, a different episode. I'm filming this ahead of time. It will be published on Saturday the 29th, I think, of September. And I'm not going to be home on Saturday morning when I normally do my filming. I won't be able to film this episode in a timely fashion to actually show you progress I've done on some of my knitting. So what I've decided to do instead, and I mentioned this in my last podcast, is I was thinking, well, maybe I'll do a tour of my shawls. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll do a tour of my sweaters. But then I thought, since Thursday is the release of the first clue with Stephen West's newest mystery shawl knit along, I thought, why don't I give you a little tour of the Westknits mystery shawls I've done in the past. And I have 4. This will be number 5 coming up that I've done. So GeoGradients will be number 5. So I have 4 Westknits shawl mystery knit alongs that I've participated in. I did Texture Time in 2018. Then I have to look at them to get the order correct. Then I did Slipstravaganza in 2020. I did Shawlography in 2021, and I did Twists and Turns in 2022. I don't know what happened in 2019. I don't know what happened. I didn't get that done in 2019. Probably what I might end up doing, I might go back and make a handful of the mystery shawls that I have not done. I think this is year 12, 13. I don't know. This has been going on for a long time. I might go back and make some of the previous ones just so I can have a collection of them. Maybe. We'll see. But what I want to do today is I want to do a quick walkthrough of all of my Stephen West mystery shawl knit alongs that I've participated in. Kind of looks like I got blues, greens, and pinks happening here, which is not a surprise because blues and pinks are my favorite colors. So the first Stephen West mystery shawl knit along I joined was Texture Time. And this was the shawl from 2018. So here she is. This one was an interesting knit. If I have to be 100% honest, it's not my favorite shawl, but it was a fun experience to make. And it took me quite a while. I began this in the beginning of October when the pattern was released, and in 2018, so October 2018, I finished it March 2020. It took me forever to finish. The yarn I used, there are 6 different yarns in this. The 4 main colors, let me see if I can get these showing up half decently. The 4 main colors I used, I think are they all in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, the colors that I used on this, I used a light pink, a light blue, a light purple, and a charcoal color. Those were each yarns that I hand dyed myself. So the pink, the purple and blue, and the dark charcoal blackish kind of color are all my own hand dyed yarns. So those are the 4 main colors in there. And then there was an added element with a mohair or a mohair type yarn, and that I did using Knit Picks Aloft in, I think the colorway was Celestial, and I held that double with a strand of bear yarn. So anywhere where you're seeing the darker blue is the mohair with the bear yarn held together. And that's a lot of that is in this section here. Some in this central section as well, but a lot of it is in this section here. So those are the 6 colors I used. 4 hand dyed of my own, the pink, blue, purple, and charcoal. Bear and Aloft was the contrast, or the Aloft was the mohair. It has these little funky little tassels. Not a fan. I'm not a fan that they're not symmetrical. It's only on one side, and they're on the inside. I think they're on, is that the inside? Yes. They're on the inside of the shawl. So I didn't really like these little guys. They were it was kind of a funky way to deal with the ends, but they're just kind of there and kind of hidden on the back of the fabric and only on the one side. So this was not my favorite. It was fun to knit. I got practice and worked on a bunch of different techniques, these huge yarn overholes, the chevron-y kind of design. There's a whole bunch of Latvian braids in here. There's a bunch of different and interesting techniques in here, which was a lot of fun. But as I said, this is just not my favorite. But that's fine. And it doesn't, mine didn't block out nicely. It just has this little cup at the bottom. I don't know. But it's done. It was my first Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. That might be why I didn't do the 2019 one, because I hadn't finished this one yet, and I really dragged with finishing that one. Kind of think that's why I did not do the one in 2019. And then once I saw other people's shawls that they were making, I kind of regretted that, and I would have liked to go. I think Starflake was 2019. And in hindsight, I kind of wished I had done that one, but I didn't, and that's fine. So, and then I used 3.75 millimeter needles, or US size 5. So, first Stephen West Mystery Knit Along I participated in, and that was the texture time. I keep wanting to call it twists and turns. The next one I participated in was Slipstravaganza. And I love this shawl. I absolutely love this shawl to bits. It's huge. It's the colors, the style. Maybe not a huge fan of these gigantic holes in this section, but everything else about it I absolutely love. I had so much fun making this one. Took me a while. It was a big project. It was when I started it, well actually of all of them, this is the one I finished the quickest. I cast on the beginning of October as usual, and I finished it December 21st, 2020. So I finished it in like 2-3 months, which is not bad for one of these huge shawls. I used 3.25mm needles, or US 3, and I used Holst Super Soft for this one. And this is where I switched and started using Holst Super Soft for all of the rest of my Stephen West shawls, or the mystery shawls. The colors I used, the cream color is pineapple, and then the 3 pinks, the light, medium, and dark, are carmine, geranium, and sugar snap. I think sugar snap is the lightest, geranium is the middle, and carmine is the darkest, I think. But those are the 4 colors. Pineapple, carmine, geranium, and sugar snap. And I absolutely adore this shawl. It's so big. It's just, I love it. I absolutely love this shawl. I like the shape. I think in the grand scheme of things, I like a crescent shape, or a half pie shawl. That general shape, like the half circle, I like that. And I thoroughly enjoyed working on this. Absolutely loved working on this shawl. So that is my Slipstravaganza. So that was from 2020. Then in 2021, 2021 we had Shawlography. And that was another one I really enjoyed. This one was a lot of fun as well. So this one is in mostly pinks and purples. And this one was another fun project. And again, there was a bunch of interesting stitches in here. We had this crisscross happening. We had baubles. We had these little, I don't remember if these had a name or what they were, but there was all kinds of fun textures and things happening in this one. I began this one late. I had just had hand surgery, and I didn't cast this one on until the 21st of October. So I was about 2.5 weeks behind everyone else. I used Holst Super Soft again, and I used the 3.5mm needles, or US 4. And the colors I used, the pink is geranium, which was one of the colors in Slipstravaganza. The cream color is lather. And the purples, the 3 different purples, there's a light, medium, and a dark purple. Those were sweet pea, damask, and plum. So sweet pea was the lightest, damask was the middle, and plum was the darkest purple. And this is another one, I had a lot of fun with this one, and I love the shape. I really do like these half moon type shawls. And I enjoyed the bind off, or the border. I thought the border was fun. And it showcases all of the colors that are in there. So that one was another one that I thought was a lot of fun. And then the final, most recent one is Twists and Turns. So this was the mystery shawl for 2022, so last year. I began this one on October 6th, 2022, and I finished it January 9th. I don't think I told you, I finished Shawlography, I finished it February 7th, 2022. So it took me several months to finish it. I don't think I will ever finish a Westknits shawl on schedule with the way the 4 clues come out. There's not enough hours in the day for me to knit to keep up with that, between work and home life and all that other stuff. I can't keep up, and that's fine. I know that's the way it is, and I just go with it. I'm trying to find the top of this. So here is my Twists and Turns shawl. And again, I found this one quite fun. I like the braid effect. I thought that was really fun. It looks really neat. It was tedious to do, I thought, but it looks neat. And it's more of a scarf kind of shape. And I quite enjoyed this one. I used, again, Whole Super Soft. The 3 colors I used, the main color is Larkspur. Yeah, Larkspur, which is this teal color. The gray is the main contrast color. That is Flannel Gray. And the light blue, the accent color, is Opal. And I like these colors together. I think they work nicely together. I really like I wouldn't mind an entire item of some sort made with the teal and the gray. I really like those 2 colors together. I think they look fantastic. That might be an idea for a nice sweater at some point in time. We'll see. So that is my Twists and Turns. So my Stephen West shawl from 2022, last year. So that one I started the 6th of October, and I finished it January 9th, 2023. So all of these take me several months to do. They are never finished they're not started and finished in October. Never. And I don't think they ever will. I just don't have I can't knit that fast, and there's just not enough hours. My hands can't take that much knitting, and I just don't have that many hours in the day to do that. And I'm okay with that. I'm not in it for the speed. I'm in it to enjoy the project and enjoy the finished object. So, and that one I don't think I said. Did I say? I use 3.5mm needles, or US size 4. So those are my 4 Stephen West mystery knit-alongs that I've participated in and finished. So, but like I said before, I kind of think I'd like to go back and redo, or not redo, do the ones I've missed. I think that'd be fun. So on that note, I shall let you go, and I'll see you again in a week. Take care, everyone. Bye.